Okay, we're going to start in child's pose. Knees are at the edges of your mat, big toes are touching, arms are stretched out in front of you, forehead is gently resting on the mat. Go ahead and press into your fingertips if it feels good. Go ahead and come up on all fours now. Hands are below your shoulders, knees below your hips. You're going to inhale your right leg and your left arm up, and on your exhale, you're going to bring your elbow and your knee to meet. Inhale, reach. Exhale, elbow to your knee. Inhale, reach. Exhale. Good. Now we're going to do the other side. Left leg and right arm is raised. Inhale, reach here. Exhale, bring your elbow to your knee. We'll do this 4 more times. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Squeeze through your abdomen. Good. Bring your hands back down to your mat and your knees. Gonna press back into down dog here, pressing firmly through your hands, walking out your feet, finding movement in your hips. Whatever feels good here, just warming up. Come up high on your tippy toes and back down. High on your tippy toes. Inhale your right leg high, open up your hip. And on your exhale, bring your leg back down to your mat. Inhale, left leg up high. Open up your hip, feel a good stretch. And exhale your leg back down to your mat. Look up in between your hands. Walk your feet up halfway to the middle of your mat. Spread them wide like hip width. Grab your elbows and just swing back and forth here. Again, finding movement, warming up. Spread your feet a little wider. Bring your sits bones down to meet the back of your heels. Opening up through your hips. Hands to your mat. Gonna bring your feet back together. Take a deep bend in your left leg and reach with your right arm. Keeping that right leg straight. Exhale, hands to your mat. Do the other side. A deep bend in your right leg. Reach your left arm up high. Left leg is straight. Exhale, hands to your mat. Rock back and forth here up heel toe. On your inhale, you're going to roll all the way up. Hands above your head. Take a small back bend here if it feels good. And on your exhale, bring your hands to your heart. Good. We're going to come into a balance. You're going to put all of the weight into your left leg. All 4 corners of your foot are on the mat. Pull up out of that left hip. Grab onto your right knee. Go ahead and open up your right hip if it feels good. Using that left arm for balance. Bring your left hand to your left hip and grab onto your right toe with your first 2 fingers and thumb. Go ahead and kick your leg forward if it feels good. Opening up that right hip. Using that left arm for counterbalance if you need it. Now bring your right foot into your left thigh or your left calf, whatever feels good, avoiding the knee joint for tree pose. Checking in with that left hip, making sure you're not sinking into it, that you're pulled up out of it. And we're going to move to the other side. All the weight shifts into your right foot. Lifting up out of that right hip. Open up through the left hip if it feels good here. Go ahead and grab onto your left big toe, right hand on your right hip. Kick that left leg forward. Open it on up, using your right arm for counterbalance. Again, checking in with that right hip, making sure you're still lifted up out of that. Go ahead and bring your left foot to your right thigh or your right calf. For tree pose, if you fall out of your pose here, make sure you're checking in with your foot and that the weight is distributed through your whole entire foot. Good, go ahead and come feet back to your mat. Inhale, reach up to the sky. Interlace your fingers behind your head if it feels good here, opening up through your chest. We're gonna do 10 squats here. Making sure your knees stay above your ankles. So you're pressing your hips back every time you go down. All right, inhale, reach your hands up high. Bring your feet back together, hip width apart. Just fold at the waist here. Hands to the top of your mat. Step your feet back for down dog. Lifting your right leg up high. Opening up that hip again. And exhale your foot back down to your mat. Inhale your left leg up high. Opening up that hip. And exhale right back down to your mat. We're going to roll into plank on our exhale, or on our inhale, and exhale halfway down. Inhale, lift up to up dog, and exhale, push back to down dog. One more time. Inhale into plank. Exhale halfway down. Inhale, up dog. Roll over your toes, and exhale, down dog. Walk your feet right up to your hands here. Exhale, fold over, and on your inhale, you're going to roll all the way up, reaching your arms above your head. Exhale, hands to your heart. I'm going to take a big inhale here and sit in your chair. All of the weight transfers to the heels of your feet. Your toes are lifted, pressing your hips back. Exhale, fold at the waist. Inhale, halfway lift with a flat back. Exhale, step or jump your feet back to plank. Exhale, halfway down. Inhale, up dog, and then back to down dog. You can do a three-legged down dog if it's in your practice and it feels good. Good. Walk your feet back up to your hands. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift halfway, straight back. Exhale, fold at the waist again, and inhale, roll all the way up, reaching your arms above you. Exhaling your hands to heart center. Inhale, reach right up to the sky. Exhale, fold at the waist. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, jump or step your feet back. Press back to three-legged down dog. Bring that right leg all the way through and come up for warrior one on this side. Square your hips to the front of your mat, pressing firmly through your back heel. Inhaling, lifting through your arms. Exhale, hands to your mat. Press back to down dog. Back into plank, halfway down, up dog, and down dog. Go ahead and do a three-legged down dog if it feels good. Now we're going to do the other side, bringing your left leg through, warrior one, squaring your hips to the front of your mat, pressing firmly through that right pinky toe. Exhale, press back to down dog, plank, lower halfway down, come up for up dog, and press back to down dog. Inhale your right leg up high, bring it all the way through, stay right here in a deep lunge. Both hands are on your mat, sinking through your hips. Drop that back knee down, the top of your back foot down. Inhale, reach your arms up high. On your inhale, you're lengthening through your spine and your abdomen, and your exhale, you're sinking deeper into your hips. Interlace your fingers behind you if you want to open up your chest. Again, exhaling, sinking into those hips. Bring your left hand to your mat, reaching your right arm up for a twist here. Still pressing firmly through that back left heel. Now bring both hands to your mat and come down on your elbows. If you have the flexibility, you'll feel a deep stretch in your right hip. Good. Now go ahead and come up, press up into warrior two. Tailbone is tucked under, pressing firmly through both feet. Go ahead and reverse it. Feeling a deep stretch through that right side. Right elbow to right knee. Go ahead and take that left hand for a wrap behind you if it feels good. Left hand reaches up, stepping your back foot in just a little bit. We're going to square our hips over our front leg. Hang out here. Feel a deep stretch in your right hamstring, forehead to knee if you have the flexibility. Hands to the front of your mat. We're going to step up on that right leg. If If you have the balance, you can fly here. Right leg is active, hips are squared towards your mat. Pressing firmly through the toes of your back foot. Go ahead and bring your foot back down. We're going to come up for a crescent lunge. Come up high on that back toe. Inhale, reach through your body. Exhale, sink through your hips and take it for a twist. Inhale, hands up high. Exhale then back to your mat. You're going to walk that right leg over for pigeon. You can stay up high here. Try and get those hips square towards your mat. Interlace your fingers behind you here if you want to open up through your chest. You can take it straight down to sleeping if you would like to. Walk your hands out in front of you. Make sure on your exhale, every time you exhale, you're focusing that breath where it's tight. Try and relax. If you want to move on here, go ahead and bend that back leg up, grab onto your foot. You can hook it on your elbow. Feel a deep stretch through that left thigh. Good. Exhale, press back to down dog. Inhale the left leg here. You're going to bring it all the way through. Stay right here in a deep lunge. Hands are on your mat. You're going to lower that back knee, the top of your back foot, sinking deep through your hips here. Inhale, reach, lengthen through your body. Exhale, sink deeper. Go ahead and interlace your fingers behind you here if it feels good. Still sinking deeper through those hips. Now plant your right hand. Inhale your left hand up for a twist, pressing firmly through that right heel. Leg is active and straight. Go ahead and bring your elbows down here if you have the flexibility. Again, you'll feel a deep stretch through your left hip. Good. Go ahead and press up on your inhale for warrior two. Tailbone is tucked under. Press evenly through both feet. Inhale, reach. Exhale, reverse. Feel a deep stretch through that right side. Good. Now left elbow to left knee. Go ahead and take that right hand behind you for a wrap if it feels good. All right, step that back foot up. Square your hips over your front leg. Stretch your hamstring here. You can bend your knee if you need to. Whatever feels good. Try to get that forehead to knee connection. All right, walk your hands up a little bit. You're going to step up on that left foot. Right leg is up behind you. Hips are square to your mat. If you have the balance, you can fly. Hands to your heart center. All right, good. Go ahead and step that back foot down. Reaching up, crescent lunge here. You're high up on your back toes. Exhale, sink through your hips. Take it for a twist. Stacking your hands. Exhale your hands to your mat. Walk that left foot over for pigeon on this side. You'll most likely have a tighter side, a tighter hip. Again, try and square your hips towards your mat. Interlace your fingers here. Open up through your chest. Go ahead and walk your hands out in front of you. Fold over if it feels good. Exhaling into that tight spot. Okay. If you have the flexibility on this side, go ahead and grab onto that back foot, bend your knee. Feel a deep stretch through that right thigh. Exhale, press back to down dog. Come up high on your tippy toes a couple of times. Inhale into plank. Exhale, halfway down. Inhale, up dog. Roll over your toes. Exhale, press back to down dog. One more time. Inhale here. Exhale, halfway down. Inhale up. Exhale, press back to child's pose. All right, go ahead and come on up. Keep your feet tucked in right by your hips. Take this stretch as far as feels good. If you have sore knees or bad knees, maybe avoid this pose. Just go as far as feels good to you. You will feel a deep stretch through the front of your thighs. Focus on your breath. Okay, go ahead and come on up. We're going to come up onto our knees. We're going to go into camel. So press your hips forward, reach back with your right hand and grab onto your ankle, and then your left if you have the flexibility. Open up through your chest, pushing through those hips the whole time. Inhale and exhale here are equal in length. To come out of this pose, put your hands on the small of your back and then fold over to child's pose here. If you practice headstands in your practice, go ahead. Do whatever one you'd like here. I'm going to move into eagle with my legs. Squeezing those thighs together. Good, we're going to switch sides now. Opposite leg. Again, squeezing as tight as you can through those thighs. Go ahead and bring your toes back down to your mat. Stay right here for just a minute, focusing on that breath. Okay, we're going to come down onto our backs. Bring your feet right up by your sits bones. Lift your hips up high. Interlace your fingers underneath your back. Roll up on your shoulders. Pressing those hips up to the ceiling. On your inhale, blow your belly up like a balloon. And on your exhale, belly button pulls into your spine. Keep breathing here. Go up on your tiptoes if it feels good. Move out of this one slowly. Bring your sits bones to your mat. All right, stretch your feet out in front of you. Take a breath. We're going to pull our right knee into our right chest. Try and move around your rib cage and pull that knee right up by your underarm. Then you're going to bring it right across your body for another twist. Gaze is out over the right arm. Breathing deeply here. Good, we're going to come to the other side. Reach your right leg out straight. Pulling your left leg right into your underarm. Then pulling that left leg across your body. Twisting, gazes out over your left arm this time. Again, breathing deeply through your midsection. Deep breaths. All right, go ahead and come up here. I'm going to finish my practice today with another inversion. You can also end your practice with your legs up the wall. Has just as many health benefits as an inversion. Good. Walk your feet back to the middle of your mat. Roll up slowly. Namaste.